Hi there, this is Kristin Rodier from the Writing Center. I'm going to talk to you today about writing in an active voice. Many of you will find that your instructor is asking for active voice in your writing, so let's talk a little bit about what that means and how to revise your sentences. So English as a language works in such a way that your subject is in the beginning of your sentence, and then you have a verb, and then you have an object. So the cat sat on the mat, let's say. That's the positioning of English. Now, there's also this other category called the actor of your sentence. So when I say the cat sat on the mat, who's performing the action? The cat, right? The cat is doing the sitting. So what happens with a passive construction is where you have something like the mat was sat upon by the cat. So that's when you have the person who's doing, the person or thing who's the actor actually in the object position, and you have the person, place, or thing that is being acted upon in the subject position. So in a way you're switched around. So let's look a little bit more in detail. Here you have Joe studied cholesterol. So who did the action? Joe. What did he do? Studied. What did he study? Cholesterol. Right? So here you have the subject of the sentence, which is Joe up here, and he's doing the action. So he's in the subject position of the sentence and he's the actor. That is called the active voice. That's why it's called the active voice, because the actor is in the subject position. Now the passive voice looks like this. Cholesterol was studied by Joe. So here you have the subject of the sentence, Joe, but he's in the object position, or the actor, he's in the object position, right? And so cholesterol is having something done to it. It's being studied. So the subject of the sentence, instead of being the actor, is being acted upon by the object. So again, it's got that kind of flipped sense to it. So cholesterol, in a way, is out there in the world being studied by Joe. Cholesterol's not doing anything to be studied by Joe. Okay, so here's the bigger question. When I say to you that cholesterol was studied by Joe, it makes grammatical sense. So why do we even have this ability in English to have a passive voice? You know, why it's not grammatically incorrect. It is just sort of difficult to read, and it's unclear. So why do we even have the passive voice? Well, in one case, it's when the actor is unknown. So look at this sentence. You have, these footprints were made last week. So here's your helper, verb, here's your main verb, and the subject of the sentence, the footprints, they didn't make themselves, right? So they're in the subject position of the sentence, but they're not actually the actor. And this is okay because we don't really know who made them. Right? Because here you have who made them. This is what it would look like if it was an active construction, right? You have who made these footprints last week. Well, we don't know, so we have to tweak the sentence. We have to put the thing that was made in the subject position, okay? But that's only when the actor of the sentence is unknown. Here's another example where the actor in the sentence or the agent of the sentence is not really needed. You don't really need to know it. It's irrelevant. So here we have our helper verb and our passive construction are given. Good things are given to those who wait. Okay. What would it look like over here? It would be who gives the things to those who wait. Well, it doesn't really matter. That's not really why we're into this sentence. So it's more about talking about these good things and how they're given. So how do you find the passive voice in your longer sentences? Well, take a look at this sentence. The results of the research done by the researchers show that there is an increased chance of heart attack if you haven't been getting enough sleep. Okay, what does that mean? Who's in the subject position of the sentence? The results. Are the results the actor in the sentence? Are they the agent? Who's doing the action? And can we get the actor in the subject position? I think the actor in the sentence is researchers. So here's a revamped version of that sentence. The researchers, what did they do? They established. What did they establish? Insufficient sleep increases the risk of heart attack. I don't know if this is true. I sort of made this up. And so even look at sleep. Sleep increases the risk of heart attack. A passive voice of that would be the risk of heart attack is increased by lack of sleep. Okay, why not just say insufficient sleep increases? Okay, here you have 26 words. Down here you have only 12. Okay, so it's all about getting the agent and the subject of your sentence aligned. Thanks.